Your brain is being trained every single day, even when you do not realize it. It is trained when you study, read, and learn something new. But it is also trained when you scroll for another hour, sleep late again, avoid difficult tasks, react emotionally before thinking, and fill every quiet moment with noise. The scary part is that your brain does not care whether your habits are helping you or hurting you. It simply adapts to what you repeat. If you repeat distraction, your brain becomes better at distraction. If you repeat focus, your brain becomes better at focus. If you repeat avoidance, your brain becomes better at avoiding effort. If you repeat discipline, your brain becomes better at doing difficult things. This is why two people can be the same age and live in the same world, but have completely different minds. One feels sharp, calm, and in control, while another feels foggy, reactive, tired, and unable to focus. The difference is not always intelligence. Many times, the difference is daily habits. Small habits may look harmless in the moment, but over time, they become instructions for your brain. They teach your mind what to value, what to ignore, and what kind of person you are becoming. So in this video, we are going to talk about 7 small habits that can make your brain sharper every day. These are not extreme routines. They are simple habits that train focus, memory, emotional control, discipline, and mental clarity. If you practice them consistently, you will not just think better. You will act better, decide better, and become harder to distract. So let's begin. Habit number 1. Start your day without feeding your brain noise. The first few minutes after you wake up are more important than most people think. A lot of people immediately grab their phone. Before their feet even touch the floor, their brain is already flooded with messages, videos, notifications, news, drama, and random information from other people's lives. Then they wonder why their mind feels scattered for the rest of the day. When you start your morning with instant stimulation, you train your brain to seek input before intention. You teach your mind to react, consume, and chase novelty before it even chooses a direction. A sharper brain starts differently. Before you check your phone, give your mind a few minutes of space. Sit up, breathe, drink water, look outside, stretch, or write down one thing you need to focus on today. This sounds small, but it changes the direction of your mind. Instead of starting the day as a consumer, you start the day with control. You choose where your attention goes first. You do not need a perfect morning routine. Just protect the first 10 minutes of your day. No scrolling, no random videos, no checking every notification. Give your brain silence before stimulation, because a mind that begins the day in noise will struggle to find clarity later. Habit number 2. Do one mentally difficult thing early. Your brain becomes sharper when it learns to face effort instead of escape from it. Most people avoid mental discomfort. The moment something feels hard, they open their phone, check another tab, make coffee, or convince themselves they will do it later. But every time you escape a difficult task, your brain learns that discomfort means stop. Over time, this weakens discipline. It makes studying harder, deep work harder, learning harder, and even simple responsibilities feel heavy. So early in the day, do one thing that requires mental effort. It could be writing, studying, planning, solving a problem, reading something challenging, practicing a skill, or working on a project you have been avoiding. It does not have to be huge. Even 25 minutes is enough. The point is not to finish everything. The point is to teach your brain, I do not run away when something requires effort. This builds mental toughness. A sharp brain is not a brain that only works when life is easy. A sharp brain is one that can stay with a problem long enough to understand it. Every time you sit down, face the task, and stay there. Even when your brain wants to escape, you train your mind to choose growth over comfort. Habit number 3. Practice single tasking. One of the biggest myths of modern life is that multitasking makes you efficient. It feels productive because you are doing many things at once, but in reality, your attention is being chopped into tiny pieces. You study while checking social media. You eat while watching videos. You work while switching between 10 tabs. You try to relax while still feeding your brain more information. The result is that your brain never fully arrives anywhere. You are always half focused, half present, half thinking, and half living. And a half-focused mind cannot produce deep results. Single tasking is the opposite. It is the habit of giving one thing your full attention. When you eat, eat. When you read, read. When you work, work. When you listen to someone, listen. When you rest, rest. Single tasking teaches your brain to stay. It strengthens your attention span, improves memory, and reduces mental exhaustion because your mind is no longer jumping between different streams of information. Try this once a day. Choose one activity and do only that activity. No phone beside you, no background video, no checking messages, and no switching tabs just because you feel bored. At first, your brain may crave stimulation, but after a while, your mind becomes calmer, your thinking becomes cleaner, and your attention becomes stronger. Habit number 4. Learn something that makes you feel slightly uncomfortable. Your brain needs challenge to grow. If you only consume easy content, your mind becomes used to easy thinking. If everything you watch is short, fast, emotional, and simple, your brain slowly loses patience for deeper ideas. This is why many people say they cannot read anymore. It is not because they are incapable. It is because their brain has been trained to expect instant reward. A sharper brain needs friction. Not too much, and not so difficult that you give up, but enough difficulty that your mind has to stretch. So every day, spend a little time learning something slightly above your current level. Read a book that makes you pause. Study a concept you do not fully understand yet. Learn a new word. Practice a skill. Ask better questions. The goal is not to become an expert overnight. The goal is to remind your brain that learning is normal. But do not just consume information. Process it. After you learn something, ask yourself, what did I just learn? Why does it matter? How does this connect to my life? Can I explain it simply? A lot of people collect information, but never transform it into understanding. A sharp brain does not just collect. A sharp brain connects. Habit number 5. Move your body to wake up your mind. Your brain is not separate from your body. When your body is inactive, your mind often becomes slow. When your body is under constant stress, your thinking becomes cloudy. Movement is not only about looking better. Movement is about thinking better. A walk can clear your mind. A workout can reset your mood. Stretching can reduce tension. Sports can improve coordination and focus. Strength training can build confidence and discipline. You do not need an extreme fitness routine to benefit your brain. You just need consistent movement. Even a 20-minute walk can change the state of your mind. Many people try to solve every problem by thinking harder, but sometimes the brain does not need more thinking. It needs movement and a change of state. That is why some of your best ideas come when you are walking, showering, cleaning, or moving around. Movement also trains action. Every time you move when you do not feel like it, you prove to yourself that your feelings do not have to control your behavior. You may not feel motivated, energetic, or ready, but you move anyway. That simple act teaches your brain, I can act even when my mood is not perfect. Movement is not just physical training, it is identity training. Habit number 6. Create small moments of boredom. This may sound strange, but one of the best things you can do for your brain is to stop entertaining it every second. Modern life has made boredom feel like a problem. The moment there is a quiet gap, people rush to fill it. Waiting in line means checking the phone. Eating alone means watching a video. Walking somewhere means putting on audio. Feeling uncomfortable means scrolling. But your brain needs empty space. Boredom is not useless. It gives your mind time to process, organize, imagine, and reflect. When you constantly cover every quiet moment with stimulation, your brain never gets time to digest life. This is one reason people feel mentally full but emotionally empty. They are consuming all day, but processing almost nothing. So build the habit of small boredom. Take a short walk without your phone. Sit for 5 minutes without music. Eat one meal without watching anything. Wait in line without scrolling. Let your mind wander for a moment. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is the point. You are retraining your mind to be okay without instant stimulation. And when your brain becomes comfortable with silence, your focus, creativity, and self-awareness improve. Habit number 7. End the day with a mental reset. Most people end the day the same way they started it, with noise. They scroll until they are tired. They fall asleep with their mind full of random images, opinions, messages, and worries. Then, they wake up the next day feeling mentally heavy, and the cycle repeats. But a sharper brain needs closure. At the end of the day, take a few minutes to reset your mind. You can write down what you learned. You can review what went well. You can notice what distracted you. You can plan the most important task for tomorrow. You can ask yourself one honest question. Did my habits today make my brain stronger or weaker? This simple reflection turns life into feedback. Without reflection, you repeat patterns unconsciously. With reflection, you start seeing your patterns clearly. A nightly reset does not have to be long. 5 minutes is enough. Write things down. Organize your thoughts. Let your mind know what matters tomorrow. This improves clarity, lowers mental chaos, and helps you wake up with direction instead of confusion. Now here is what connects all 7 habits. They are small, but they all train the same thing. Control over your attention. Your morning routine protects your attention. Doing hard things early strengthens your attention. Single tasking deepens your attention. Learning challenges your attention. Movement refreshes your attention. Boredom restores your attention. Nightly reflection directs your attention. And attention is one of the most valuable resources you have. Whatever controls your attention slowly controls your mind. Whatever controls your mind slowly controls your decisions. Whatever controls your decisions slowly controls your future. This is why small habits matter so much. A person does not suddenly become unfocused. They train it daily. A person does not suddenly become disciplined. They train it daily. A person does not suddenly become mentally sharp. They train it daily. Every day, your brain is receiving instructions. When you choose scrolling over silence, that is an instruction. When you choose focus over distraction, that is an instruction. When you choose effort over avoidance, that is an instruction. When you choose learning over shallow entertainment, that is an instruction. When you choose reflection over autopilot, that is an instruction. The question is not whether your brain is changing, it is changing. The real question is, are you changing it on purpose? You do not need to be perfect. Perfect routines usually fail because they are too heavy to carry. You only need small habits that you can repeat. 10 quiet minutes in the morning, one difficult task, one single tasking session, one small learning challenge, one walk, one moment without stimulation, one short reflection at night. That is not complicated. But repeated over weeks and months, it can change the way your mind works. You become calmer because you are less overstimulated. You become sharper because you practice thinking deeply. You become more disciplined because you do things even when they are uncomfortable. You become more confident because you prove to yourself that you can keep promises. You become more focused because your attention is no longer being trained by chaos. So today, do not try to change your entire life. Just choose one habit from this video and practice it. Protect your morning. Do one hard thing. Single task. Learn something challenging. Move your body. Create silence. Reflect before sleep. Start small, but take it seriously. Because a sharper brain is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built quietly every day through the habits you repeat. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more practical videos on focus, discipline, mental strength, self-improvement, and building a better life one small habit at a time. And if this video made you think differently about your daily habits, leave a like so more people can find it too. Remember, your brain is being shaped every day. Make sure you are the one shaping it.